All right. So sorry about that. Apparently, my YouTube page froze. Wasn't sure why. I couldn't get it to unfreeze. Nora was nice enough to let me know. So the only thing I could think of was to end that broadcast and start a new one. I tried leaving the studio and going back in, and that didn't help. So I'm not really sure at what point it froze. I had covered Raw, I'd covered NXT. Um, Maybe Nora will come back and let me know. Uh,
Well,
oh,
now,
sorry, Nora, I did not see your looks better. I see movement comment until after I had left. Um, so hopefully you come back to this video and hopefully this video is up. All right, so
right,
let's see.
right, right. And I'll agree with you. That's the worst. That's my biggest peeve with all these outdoor channels. Right, with the
All right.
exception of the fact,
Hello, Nora.
with the hold on though,
Thank you for letting me
hold,
know that I was frozen.
but the problem.
All right. So I am going to pop this out again. So I was saying that I really wasn't sure at which part it froze. But I'd covered Raw, covered most of NXT, I think. Um, and then for the takeover event, I'm sorry, I'm thinking NXT. the No, I'm not. I'm right now. I'm not working at all, which is why I am up so late. I had knee surgery on February 11th, so I am out of work until April, which is why I am able to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, my time, doing a live. So I have much more time for YouTube and all that stuff now. Um, and I have better hours that I can pretty much go on when I know people are on. I know when I was working, I kind of didn't really have the same time that other people have had that weren't in my time zone because I know that you guys are at right. Um, so because of my surgery, my sleep hours have been so messed up. So I've pretty much almost gotten to
Yeah, the
Jimmy's
one thing that
sleep
sucks about
schedule
cell phones, though,
where
is it's very
I'm
hard
up
to put
most of the
windsock on.
night because but the first
Oh,
week I had the
yeah, it is.
surgery,
No one
um
does it.
I ended up because of the pain meds,
Yeah,
I was
how many
sleeping
outdoor videos you
constantly.
watch with some freaking
Which was
sad
good
ass freaking
because I was in a lot of pain.
camera with
So if I was
nothing but
sleeping
wind
then I
fucking
wasn't
noise?
having pain.
You know?
So hello Joseph Grohl. Woo! How was your Bruins game?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, I have to
Nice.
say. I ended up watching the wrestling thing over in uh,
Cool.
the uh, uh,
Right.
did they win?
Mhm. Right.
That's the one game that I've never been to
San,
is a
San
hockey game.
Diego
I've
Rock.
been to a football game. I've been to a baseball game.
No,
I've never been to a Bruins game. And I don't know if I would like to go because I hate the cold. And everybody says it's always so cold because they have to keep the ice cold. So I don't know if I would enjoy a Bruins game live. Oh
You
no.
don't listen. I even threw my
So,
$2 super
NXT
chat
was
into it.
pretty
You
good.
ignored it.
They ended up having a few good matches. And we saw Charlotte Flair take on Belair. Oh, that's actually, I got a new thing. I'm actually sitting in the wrong spot. So I ordered a bunch of stuff. So, and this is by Undertaker. So I ordered a bunch of wrestling stuff, and this was the first one to come in. So it's an Undertaker flag. I have one that should be coming in that's a couple of divas. I have one coming in that's all of the superstars. That's a poster, so I'm really not sure if I'm going to use that one or if I'm going to try and get another one that's like this. Undertaker's my favorite, and he actually was at the he was on the show on Thursday, and he won the gauntlet match, much to AJ Styles' chagrin.
You sure it wasn't a puffer fish? Yeah.
So I've been to Fenway. I had a boss who used to get season tickets, and there was a game she couldn't go to, so she asked me if I wanted the tickets, and I got them, and Jimmy and I had gone to them. They were decent. I was thankful they were under the seats above us because it was a really hot day, and I probably would have been miserable if we were in the direct sun. So they were pretty good seats. Other than we kind of had like a pole almost interfering with our line sight. Yes, and that is why I think that they ended up having Taker enter and be the surprise entrant, because originally it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio. And AJ Styles had the club attack Rey Mysterio. So he was in the ring saying, that makes me the winner of the gauntlet match. Because Rey Mysterio can't come. And then next thing you see on the Titantron is both Gallows and Anderson go flying. So AJ's just kind of looking, and then you see the bottom of the trench coat and boots, and AJ just kind of freezes, and then the lights go out, the Taker's music hits, and AJ starts throwing a fit, telling the ref, he's not in it, he's not in it. And the ref kept saying, he's your opponent. And the Taker didn't even take his coat or hat off, pretty much tombstoned AJ right there, pinned him. It was like 2 seconds. Yeah, I thought the same thing. That's like the stupid Fiend and Goldberg thing. I thought that should have been, I thought that should have been a longer match. I thought it should have been more, and I like Goldberg, and I got excited when he first won against The Fiend and won the belt. And then it hit me, and I thought, oh, does that mean we're going to have another part-time champion? Oh, Joseph, I'm sorry. So I watched Raw SmackDown tonight. Last night I ended up getting into old WCW stuff on the network, and then I was sleeping off and on because I was up all night Thursday night in pain. So I didn't want to watch SmackDown because I didn't want to sleep through the whole thing. So I watched it today, and I came in and I was telling Jimmy that I got excited because of something that happened, and he was like, "Well, then go do a live." He's like, "This is the perfect time to do it. It's like breaking news." So, um,
Yeah.
so basically, I'm kind of upset with Goldberg winning the belt. As much as I like Goldberg, I don't think he should be a champion. I think that he not the first time meeting. So basically, now we're gonna have Goldberg and Roman Reigns at Mania for the belt. Goldberg
Yeah.
was on SmackDown Friday and
Yeah,
said
no, like,
that
yeah.
because
Yeah.
the crowd was chanting for the
I
Fiend,
hate that
and
dude.
Goldberg said, "The question is not who is
Yeah.
last. The question is who is
Well,
next."
they got the
And then
one
Roman's
we go to.
Reigns
There's a little
music hit.
circle on
Roman
the
Reigns
floor.
came down to
For,
the
I don't know
ring
what it's
and
like
said,
right
"I'm
there or something,
next."
right? And that's where he normally
So
stands. It's
um,
like his X marks the spot, you know. And it's like,
they ended up
and I'm like,
having
he's like, should I stand
saying
you there?
that
I was like, no, you gotta
Roman
stand in
would
that circle right
face
there. I'm all, yeah, see
Goldberg
ya.
at Mania.
Keep going.
And then
Round table coming
at
back
the
in.
end of
Bashy, Muggy,
right,
Lee.
I would love to see spear versus spear. So
Right.
Roman Reigns does a spear, Goldberg does a spear. Uh, Goldberg does jackhammer, which the jackhammer he did on the Fiend was basically the dumbest thing. It was nothing like it used to be, of course, because that was freaking what 20 years ago that he used to do
Yeah.
it, and it's just I'm gonna go on a rant. um, so
Yeah.
Roman has the super punch, the Superman punch, and the spear. Goldberg has a supposed jackhammer and the spear. Um, we are going to have the Fiend. So one of the reasons I was so excited is they had John Cena come out, and it was in Boston, which is why John Cena came out. John Cena always comes out when they're in Boston. And he kind of got all choked up, almost like he was giving a
Right.
retirement speech, and said that he was not going to be at Mania this
Uh-huh.
year. He said, I know that I can tell them I want to do this at Mania or I want to do that at Mania.
Right.
He was like, and as outlandish as
Right.
my demand would be, they would make it happen. He said, but I decided that I know how it feels to be that guy that works every day of
No.
the year for that
No. Yeah.
one
I just want. Yeah.
WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
And
Guy just
I
wanted all
don't
that
want to
stuff
take
right
it
in front
away
of you.
from
You
anyone.
watched it.
So
Oh.
I think Mania is going to go on without Cena this year. And the crowd kind of booed. And he said that he was going to be gone for a while. He didn't know exactly how long he would be gone or when he would be back. Um, and then he leaves the ring
Yep.
and he's up on the stage, and then the lights start going out. And I'm in my chair and I'm like, they are not going to have John Cena be taken out by the Fiend in Boston. They would be stupid. There would be a
Yeah.
riot. There would be a riot. Literally, there would
I
be a
know.
riot.
I know
Like,
plenty of
there's no
Texans.
way they would be that stupid. So then John Cena turns around and the Fiend is behind him.
No.
And all the Fiend did
Yep.
was point at the WrestleMania sign. And John Cena
Right.
tipped his hat and nodded.
Right. It's always good to know.
And the
cashier
fiend
at the grocery
disappeared.
store, you know?
So I came in and I'm going, Jimmy, this is what happened. And so Jimmy's like, okay, well, you're so excited. He's like, go on YouTube. So I started explaining in the first
Right.
live I did. For some reason, I haven't been able to upload videos. I don't know why. I don't have any strikes against me as far as like the claim I do have claim marks against me, but I don't have any strikes. And I haven't gotten any notices that, hello, Mr. Anthony, thanks for coming. So, and I haven't gotten any notices saying I would not be able to load videos. So I'm not really sure why I'm not able to load videos. I don't know if it's my program I'm using or
Look at this.
if
Everybody is
it's
Dad,
just
you're all on your phones.
something with
It's a
YouTube.
live stream.
So what
It's a
I'm going to
live
be
stream,
doing,
people.
I think,
What the
until I
fuck
get
you
it
doing
figured
on
out,
phone?
I think I'm going to do a couple of lives during the week
Oh,
for
is
my
that what it is?
videos. And if people
sending
come up,
love
that's
letters?
great. If
Oh.
not, I'll just do a video talking
Oh.
about the wrestling. So another thing we saw last night was we found out that Miz and Morrison, who won the tag team titles from New Day on Thursday, are going to have their first title defense at Elimination Chamber. They are going to have to defend against the Usos, New Day, Lucha House Party,
Again, it is almost...
Heavy Machinery, and Ziggler and Rude. Thank you, Sister Donna. I appreciate you popping in and showing me some love. And Anthony, you too.
Right, Castle, I know all about that.
We saw Daniel Bryan against Curtis Axel. And apparently Drew Gulak is working with Axel again. He was on the announcer's table trying to give Axel tips on what he was doing against Daniel Bryan. Of course, Daniel Bryan ended up winning via submission.
So, it was in the stadium. That was young.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, that's kind of not fair. And it's like punishing them almost. I kind of like their little song they made. So they said that their new song would be Miz and Morrison. Ha! Ho! Miz and Morrison. Ha! Ho! Well, so they actually got the crowd doing a chant in it. So yeah, their first title defense will be at Elimination Chamber. And we ended up seeing Sasha Banks return.
Company never knew.
Of course, because she's from Boston and they were in Boston. She had a tag team match. It started out as a one-on-one between Bayley and Naomi. Bayley got on the mic and introduced Sasha, who apparently wasn't on the card. Sasha ended up getting involved when Naomi had Bayley pinned, broke up the pin. So the ref threw the match out. Lacey Evans came down to save Naomi from the 2-on-1. And apparently now referees can make matches and change matches because the ref went down to the ring announcer and said it's going to be a tag team match now. So they ended up having,
in other words,
of course, Bayley and Sasha versus Naomi and Lacey Evans. And we ended up seeing Lacey and Naomi get the win. Naomi pinned Bayley. We saw Kofi versus Ziggler. And I'm sorry, Kofi versus Rude. And Ziggler and Big E were on the floor at ringside. Um,
I-
Rude ended up going out of the ring
I
on the side of the ring that that Biggie was on.
over
The
at,
ref was with Kofi.
over
Rude kicked the stairs and then laid on it. So the ref heard the kick of the stairs, turned around, and assumed that Big E threw Rude into the stairs. So he ended up throwing Big E out. So, of course, with some help with Ziggler, Rude ended up pinning Kofi. And we ended up seeing the contract signing for the Intercontinental title match, which was originally at Elimination Chamber between Braun Strowman and
doing good.
Nakamura. So Sami Zayn did his usual buy time, claimed that he wanted to look over the contract. Braun said, "Give me that. I don't care what it says. I know I'm going to end up fighting all three of you anyway, so I don't care." And he signed it. So Sami Zayn twisted his words and claimed that he said that he would be good with having a 3-on-1 match. So he had himself, Nakamura, and Cesaro sign the contract and claimed that now the match would be a 3-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental title. Which I don't really get how that happens, but it happened. So after they made the announcement of Miz and Morrison's Elimination Chamber match, they had a match with the Usos. It was a non-title match. The Usos ended up winning with something new that I haven't seen them use before. I can never tell them apart. But one was on this side with Morrison on the top turnbuckle. He did a Samoan Destroyer, which was basically almost like a... So he flipped with Morrison and did a sitting powerbomb. And then the other Uso was on the other top turnbuckle and did a Uso splash for the 1, 2, 3. So I've never seen them do that combination of moves before. So they are adding to their little rack of moves. And I'm happy to announce that Naomi finally got rid of that awful the afro. She's back to dreads. I know before it was braids, but now it's dreads. I just think it looks better than that big awful afro she had. I thought she looked awful with that. So like I said, I'm not sure if the first video covered the NXT or the Monday Night Raw, but I did cover them. And just to recap, I'm unable to upload videos for some reason until I figure that out. I'm going to do live streams. I don't know how many a week. I may, like I did one last week, and I'm doing one tonight to cover the whole week. I know that there's some rumors going around that WWE may end up changing WrestleMania because of something to do with the virus, the coronavirus. I'm really not sure why they would do that. I don't know if they have any superstars that are sick or if they're going to areas where there are confirmed cases of it. I don't know how true the rumors are.
There you go, man.
But so I know that Nora, you said you had some
leave and come back.
Some matches for Mania. Are you still on? I don't know if you're still here.
Yeah, Bruce, it's okay because you're all right. But I all I had to do was copy that and then go look at it. It was a Kyle.
All right, so maybe not. But anyway, so this is pretty much my video. Like I said, when I do these, if people come up,
Another
great.
one?
If not, I will just do my video and I will end the live. I don't necessarily want or don't want people to come up. Like I said, if people come up, great. Or come in,
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Blame it
Stay
on
in
the
chat, come up on
See you later,
panel,
buddy.
great. We can have a
See
conversation.
you.
If not, then I will just do my recaps. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not going to have any video coverage. It's just going to be me talking until I'm going to try maybe getting another video app. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's that. I don't think it is because Jimmy uses the same
sir.
app and he's not having an issue. So I may
Right.
try uninstalling it and
Right.
reinstalling it onto my thing. The thing is, I even tried uploading it from YouTube instead of going through the app, which is the way I was doing it, and it still doesn't work. I sent Jimmy the video. He tried doing it on his computer. It still didn't work. So like I said, I'm really not sure why I can't, but for some reason I can't upload videos, but I can still do lives. So for now, that's what I'm gonna do. And I will show you guys my merch as it comes in. Like I said, I got Undertaker merch, and I have some more stuff coming in. But yeah, I'll show my merch as it comes in. And other than that, I will talk to you guys later. If what I'm going to do is go back and watch the other live as well, see if there was anything missed, and maybe I'll come back on tomorrow and cover whatever was missed. But I ended up doing two different lives because I froze and couldn't get it unfrozen. So I left that one and restarted this one. So I'll have to watch and see what was missed. Other than that, I hope you peeps have a good week. And Monday is Raw. Wednesday is NXT. They're supposed to have two different cage matches. And then we are going, because there's going to be a cage match between
I should be showing up. I should be just rolling in from going.
The two girls there with the grudge, the two best friends, the Super Kick team. And then there's a cage match between Velveteen Dream and Roderick Strong. So it should be a pretty good NXT. Other than that, I think that's it, peeps. I don't know who's still out there in La La Land, but funny. I hope you guys have a good week. Like I said, I may come back on tomorrow. We'll see. Joseph, I hope you have a good night. I'm glad you enjoyed the Bruins game. Other than that, thank you for watching and joining, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Thanks, guys. Love to you all.